So why did you shove a microphone up my face?
Because I think the act of going...
Do you regret doing that?
No, because...
But do you think that was not journalism?
Putting questions to people of
specifically to Nas Daily.
To anyone of influence.
Yeah, but
You're a powerful person.
Yeah, but do you think Nas Daily deserves that treatment?
Were you hurt by that?
No, I wasn't hurt. I'm just thinking, like, what goes in your brain? There's a reason why you have 20,000 followers and Nas Daily has 60 million followers, okay? Because your arguments were not
People
better.
with more followers
because
are better.
We care more about the facts. And you don't.
Answer the question, though. Answer the question.
Desire.
What?
Desire.
What?
More personal attacks, more theoretical information.
Welcome to part 2 of probably many to come of my debate with Nas Daily in Dubai. But due to popular demand, Rebel has actually uploaded the entire unedited, almost 2-hour debate on nasdebates.com for Rebel Plus subscribers. So if you're not a member, join at nasdebates.com to gain access now. And if you think this debate was worth the trip, you can also use that nasdebates.com page to help cover the remaining travel costs. Either way, enjoy this episode.
First of all, bug hamburgers are delicious. Okay? Bug hamburgers are delicious.
I take your word for it, brother.
Second of all, why are you asking a kid from a village about the history of Bill Gates?
Because
I don't
a kid from
know.
the village is being brought there to promote it. And if you're going to go there to promote it, you must support it.
Yes.
And if you support it, then you must be able to answer the questions about, 1, what they're saying, 2, their actions, their hypocrisy. The fact that you're there, flying halfway across the world for climate change, yet your carbon footprint, I know I've got a fan here about the carbon footprint, but your carbon footprint just to get there, and not just yours, everybody's carbon footprint just to run this event that's supposed to be fighting climate change, when I'm sure we can agree that the carbon footprint would be much smaller if they just zoomed it.
In Arabic, we have a very famous saying that says...
This is the one my grandmother always uses.
I point at the sun and you're looking at my finger. I point at the sun, you're looking at my finger. In everything we do in life, we're always pointing at the sun. Let's make the world better. Let us actually fix climate change. Yes, as I point at the sun, I'm going to make some mistakes. I'm going to do things. I'm going to maybe emit carbon. I'm going to do things that you may not like. But that's my finger. Okay? So you cannot... What you're doing is just like, frankly, disingenuous, right? Because 1 is hypocritical. 2, it's guilt activism. It doesn't feel good. It's not constructive. Telling somebody, don't talk about climate change if you only took a flight is like telling everybody here, you cannot argue about anything good because you've done a mistake in your life. That's not the way the world works.
Guilt activism is literally what you thrive on, is telling us that if you become a vegetarian, you're going to save the planet. Your meat is killing us.
Do you eat meat?
I eat meat.
What's your footprint?
That is guilt activism. What I'm doing is asking questions. Not journalism, just asking questions.
Oh, the times have changed. You're not a journalist
I'm just
anymore.
trying to make it more palatable for you so you don't get caught up on the words. But the point is, if you're going to walk around telling us that you so strongly believe the world is going to end, one, in this case, about climate change, and we need to reduce emissions, I would think the most basic thing you're going to do is minimize your emissions just to send that message out. Yeah. But they don't even do that. They don't even do that. And the same is with COVID-19. These are the people that told us, dictated what the rules should be, how we're going to save everybody from dying from this scary virus. But they were the same guys breaking all the rules.
You're saying we are doing guilt activism. We are saying this is bad, this is bad. We are not shoving microphones up people's faces. What we are doing is finding people who are making the world better with solutions, and we're amplifying the solutions. We're not amplifying the problems. We're highlighting the problems to amplify the solution. Hey, you can eat meat all you want, but I just found an incredible scientist somewhere who built a steak from plants and it tastes just as good. That's a solution.
I'm happy with
That's not telling you you're terrible for eating meat.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy.
Thank you.
I think that's good.
That's
I
what
have
the
no problem.
WEF is doing.
No, that's not what the weather is doing. See, maybe you're doing that. I don't like. I see sometimes you do stuff like that, and that's fine. I've never had a problem with that. Have you ever seen me attack?
So why did you shove a microphone up my face?
Because I think the act of
Do you
going.
regret doing that?
No, because
But do you think that was not journalism?
putting questions to people of
Specifically
influence,
to Nas Daily.
to anyone of influence.
Yeah, but do you
You're
think-
a powerful person.
Yeah, but do you think
you
Nas
powerful?
Daily deserves that treatment?
Were you hurt by that?
No, I wasn't. I'm just thinking, like, what goes in your brain to
Okay,
think,
so I'll tell you what goes in my
to
brain. I
think
see
that you're going to make random people on the street feel guilty just because you asked a couple of questions.
That wasn't about making you feel guilty. If you feel guilty, my wife tells me, whenever you feel guilt, there's guilt to be had. If you're feeling guilty, it's probably
Honestly, I'm surprised you're married. But second thing,
Okay.
I'm surprised
Hey,
you
bye-bye.
found somebody to spend the rest of their life with you because you are not focusing on the truth.
okay. So when I came up to you then, I was asking simple questions. I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings, but the simple question.
Didn't hurt my feelings.
Well, you're acting like it did.
No,
so-
I thought it was great.
Okay,
That
so
was great for us, but it was really bad luck for you.
yeah, well, that's why you cut the last point in that, which kind of
Yeah.
destroyed my whole-
Always an excuse.
Well, why'd you cut when you put it on me?
Do you eat meat? I eat meat.
What's your footprint?
And I said to you, well, I'm not the one promoting this agenda, you are.
But I'm not the one here. I'm not the one standing here pretending that I stand for all these things.
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
But you do, mate. You do. There you go. The biggest hypocrite on YouTube.
There's a different standard. If you truly believe, like if I know something, if I'm scared of climate change and I think the end of the world, or if I'm scared of COVID, I'm not going to then do the one thing that I truly believe is going to end the world or going to kill all these people. If it's COVID-19, if I truly believe this virus is so deadly that if I bump into it, I'm going to die,
Avi, let's
I
test your
will
knowledge.
not go in.
What percentage of greenhouse gas emissions is aviation?
3%.
Correct.
Let me ask you a question. How many people in the world, what percentage fly? What percentage of the world flies?
Why is that relevant?
11% of the planet is responsible for 3% of emissions just on aviation. Now, how much of the planet eats meat? Over 80% eat meat. And how much is that responsible of carbon? You've made this point a few times.
15%.
15%. So the 15% is attributed to this 80% that eat meat, 11% to this 3%. Per person, what's worse? Go look up the numbers. Per person, aviation is worse. So,
Yeah.
shame on you. Shame.
Avi, I'll tell you. Avi, I'll tell you what you need to be sorry for. You need to be
Answer that.
sorry. I'll
Answer
tell you
that.
what you need to be sorry for.
I don't need to be sorry for
You
what?
need to be sorry because you're the kind of guy who doesn't do their homework and just
You're just
blabbers
attacking.
answers.
You're attacking.
No, Avi.
You're attacking me.
I am
Like,
attacking you because you haven't done the work.
I just
to
gave you
deserve
the numbers.
The voice.
I gave you the numbers.
Avi,
Answer the question.
you haven't
Answer the
done
question.
the work.
I just gave you
to
the numbers.
deserve the voice.
So you don't want to answer.
Avi, you have not done the work.
Okay, so answer the question.
Avi, I listen to people who spend years studying and actually trying to make the world better.
You're
cannot be trusted. Avi, you cannot be trusted.
Listen.
because you haven't done the work.
Okay.
That is the truth of this
Answer the
entire
question.
debate.
But everything you're saying I don't do research. I'm not a journalist. I shouldn't. My wife, you're surprised about it. Like all these things. But then when I ask you a question that points out the exact point I was trying to make that day, is that you flying is contributing more than people eating meat. So how do you reconcile those two things? I'm not saying stop flying, but you're saying, and that's my whole point about Davos. That's my whole point about these people. They dictate, again, setting the agenda around climate change. And it's all doomsday. The world, you say that I'm somebody that has this scary outlook on the world. They turn around and tell us the world is ending if we don't do something. If the world's really ending if we don't do something, then why don't you do something? If you enjoyed this segment of my Nas debate, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, share it far and wide because I can guarantee you that Nas certainly won't be sharing this with his millions of followers. And then, if you want to see the entire unedited 2 hours or want to help cover the remaining expenses associated with that trip, head over to nasdebate.com now. And as always, I appreciate your support, nasdebates.com. I can never do this stuff without you.